All right, so thank you for joining us once again. So for a very long time, labels on a product doesn't mean much anymore. You could see halal. For those of you who don't know, halal is a key term for Muslim that shows the food is actually very hygienic and it conforms to the Muslim practice. For the Jews, we have the kosher. So if anything is kosher, it means the animal was killed very in a peaceful manner. I don't know. You guys have something like that?
Nah, I never really pay attention to those. I eat anything.
Hey, you eat anything.
Once it's clean and healthy, I don't care if it's halal, I don't care if it's kosher.
Yeah.
A dead animal is a dead animal.
Yeah, it all goes to the same place.
It goes to the same place as long as, it was killed within a certain time frame. Because, like if you kill the meat and leave it, once it follow the health code, the health code is almost good for. Okay. But definitely when you eat halal meat, it tastes a little better because they drain the blood. Mm-hmm. If you eat kosher, it tastes,
Yeah.
But that's just like different levels.
Okay. China, do you have something like that?
In China, not really.
Not really. Okay.
Not really. It's only when you go to those stores that sell the halal, the kosher meat, you can find those.
Okay.
But personally, Chinese people don't care about that
okay.
much. Regular people don't care. Just like me.
Okay. Yeah, same here. So this is a halal food cart worker catching pigeons with his own hands. So that tells me the labels we place on things don't mean much anymore. So
he's catching the pigeons and sell it as chicken?
So that's what I'm thinking about right now. Like, what's actually going on with these small cats? In China, we have a lot of these small cats, So that just draw my attention to where they are getting their meat from and where they are getting their product from. Because for halal or kosher, at least we place a high level of importance because Muslims are not supposed to do that, or Jews, you understand?
But this is like a kind of common problem that they've been having in the US recently with labels. But this one is kind of low.
Okay.
Of the low, because if you're taking a pigeon and sell it as a chicken, it's very low. But like there's other people who would sell like fish. Like I know the fish industry. I watched a documentary video with how they would take a type of white fish and sell it as scalpels.
Okay.
Because that is more expensive.
Okay.
So they were saying that anytime you buy shellfish, make sure you see the shell.
Oh, you probably, okay.
If you don't see the shell, it could be something else.
It can be something else. Oh, shit.
So this is like, and they have like a lot of other like examples of these kind of situations. So like with you buying chicken, maybe you need to see the feet.
Or the head.
Yeah. And then it's chicken.
Okay, because you can get it from. A lot of times people say, oh, what that, chicken is used as a benchmark. They say, what does the meat taste like? It tastes like chicken.
Shit. And then play the video, man. You caught one?
Oh, one or two. And he's not where people are recording it.
But he moved pretty fast. Oh, it's a burger joint.
He came back, He came back with a white quality.
Mr. Halal Food.
So that just made me wonder. Because it's burger, right? So everything's fried, crispy.
Yeah, and then once it's like a burger that adds chicken inside of it, you wouldn't be able to tell where the chicken is actually from.
Yeah. Because a lot of time you eat burger, you don't even taste the chicken though.
And if he's taking the meat off the bones and chop it up, mince it up, it's even worse.
Yeah.
That's like another thing that brought me back to the documentary when they talk about don't eat like meat in cans because you don't really know what's there.
Oh yeah.
Any meat can grind up
nicely
and be the canned meat.
Yeah, that's true. Jeez, that just got my attention though.
Scallops, lobster, and red snapper are also commonly faked. One analysis found that nearly 40% of fish samples tested were mislabeled. It could be a restaurant passing off a $3 piece of tilapia as $17 red snapper.
There's a very limited supply of them right now.
Once this meat is picked out of the shell, it becomes lump crab. Those lumps are baked into things like crab cakes.
So once it's been processed, it's really hard for you to tell what it is you're getting.
A 2015 Oceana study found that nearly 40% of Maryland blue crab cakes sold across Washington, D.C. and Maryland were mislabeled. They didn't contain that species of crab at all. We gave Max some lump crab to understand how we can tell it's legit.
What's really great here is that the company has put a lot of information on the back of the package. So it's telling us that it's wild caught. It's giving us the genus and species name. We're able to tell that this is a blue swimming crab from Indonesia.
But if your package doesn't have all that info, buy your Maryland blue crabs whole and alive. Get them in season from April to December. Fake tuna. That includes trying to sell escolar, a cheap fish that could have dangerous levels of mercury, as white tuna. Criminals have been caught cutting skate or whitefish into coins to pass them off as scallops.
They oftentimes get injected with like a saltwater or saline solution to make them look plumper, to make them weigh more, to make them more expensive.
All that's illegal. Chef Clark says the most surefire way to know you're getting scallops is, well, to see a shell. But if you don't have that luxury...
Then also I'm looking for this muscle here. This muscle called the abductor muscle. That's one way to tell that the scallops are really legit, if you don't get them fresh in the clam.
Then there's salmon, one of the most popular fish in the world. If you're chowing down on pinkfish, you might actually be eating rainbow trout. Or your salmon could be labeled all wrong.
Salmon fillets that are raised in a farm, they tend to be a little lighter pink in color rather than sort of that deep, vibrant red that you get with your wild-caught salmon. Your farm-raised salmon fillets are going to have more of that marbling, tend to be a bit meatier, bigger, thicker fillets because they're not having to work as hard surviving in the ocean versus surviving in pens.
In its 2013 report, Oceana tested 120 red snapper samples across the U.S., and all but 7 were mislabeled. It's white on the inside, so it's really easy to fake.
So this is snapper, this is black bass, this is striped bass, and this is bronzino. They definitely don't cost the same.
And unfortunately, unless you've worked with fish all your life, if you're looking at 2 white fillets, it can be really hard to make that distinction.
Often what you're getting is a cheaper farmed fish like tilapia. Tilapia can be a fourth of the price of red snapper, and it's not as healthy. It doesn't have the omega-3s or B12 levels that red snapper does. But there's an even more dubious swap: fish. That same 2016 investigation found that more than a third of U.S. lobster samples tested were actually cheaper whitefish like whiting or pollock. So how can we find the legit shellfish? Well, if you're buying them yourself, get them whole.
This is the best way to make sure that you're not dealing with any nonsense. Is to make sure that you just get them fresh and break them down yourself. You want to make sure they're alive also. Once the lobsters are dead, the process of rigor mortis starts, and it starts to decompose the meat. So you want the lobsters to be as alive as possible. Once it's in cooked form, chopped meat, you can't really tell. You have no idea.
One European study of 149 caviar samples found 10% weren't fish eggs. Some criminals make fake caviar from sturgeon farm waste, like organs, which they shape into spheres. Conservationists say that could be harmful to human health. Counterfeiters also might try to sell the eggs of cheaper fish. A company in the U.S. was busted for passing off the roe of American paddlefish as caviar. The owner was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Total fines amounted to $160,000.
Damn. Because a lot of time... So it means all this ground beef could be something else.
It could be something else, but like there's some places are trustworthy.
Yeah.
And there's there's the smaller brands that always give you like crazy prices. Those are the ones that you need to really wonder about, because you know the bigger the brand, the bigger the label, the scrutiny like they need to go through, the inspections are
Yeah.
more. But you know those small brands that just boom up and they're like, okay, something that was $5 started
It's-
costing $2.
Yeah, they give you
You need to
discount.
start wondering,
Yeah.
and that's their original price, $2. You need to start wondering,
Why is this food
what
so
are
low?
you actually eating?
Yeah.
Why is the price so low? It's like less than half of what the other one is charging you.
Yeah.
That's when you need to start wondering.
This is crazy. For a burger joint to, man, this guy's not actual Muslim. Maybe he just put a halal on the fucking cart just to.
Get the attention. And when you put the halal, you probably, oh, the chicken tastes different. But why is it different? It's not chicken.
Yeah, it's halal.
It's
halal.
pigeon.
Yeah. And
But then he's stupid too. They
no, he's not. What
you
people
know,
are
what I'm
recording.
saying, why he's stupid too is like they say don't shit where you eat. So
Yeah.
he's not supposed to be catching the pigeons there. He's supposed to catch the pigeons far away from your store, and then you come with the meat already in buckets,
Yeah, but
and you just prepare it in the van.
the resources are too close to him to ignore. You know.
Then I'll move my van and pack it somewhere far away, and then come back just to hunt them, because that was just silly.
Yeah. Then now, what you've said about the ground beef and meat, we have to be really careful what we put in our bodies, bro. Like, cause this is getting out of control.
Yeah.
Really.
After I watched that documentary, I felt a little bit different, man. Especially they do it a lot with fish.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone
But fish, you know,
some-
though, no?
Oh man, the fish industry is harder to tell. Like even with the red fish,
Yeah.
because red fish is expensive. They give you a knockoff fish, and you don't even really know.
Okay. Yeah, true.
And they use certain fish to replace those shellfish. Even lobsters had issue too. It's like you gotta see the shell.
Why people are buying lobsters without shell now?
No, what I meant is like those guys,
Oh, okay.
those people in the restaurants, like who rep their brand.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Selling legit meat.
Yeah,
They say
don't-
one
yeah.
of the best ways to know, you have to see the shell.
You have to see
If
the
you
shell.
don't see the shell, don't buy
Don't
it.
buy it. True. True. Indeed. Anyway, man. No wonder
It's
people are
hard,
dying
man.
from cancer and everything. Just
Oh,
because
yeah. You don't know what you're eating, but I'm okay with eating a pigeon though.
Oh, pigeon. Yeah, I've not
You know,
tried it
pigeon
before,
is
but it
not
tastes
that
nice.
bad. At least it's some okay meat, but
But it tastes
you know
like chicken.
sometimes in this industry people take it to the extreme
Yeah.
where you're probably eating plastic.
Yo, that's worse. Man, eating plastic is the worst part.
And those are the ones that are very terrible.
Yeah, those people.
On this chemical, like genetic or
The GMOs.
whatever things that they create in labs and make it look like meat, and people are eating it. For me, those are the ones that are terrible. I'll happily eat a pigeon, man.
I heard pigeon tastes just like chicken.
I don't know, but I think I tried to catch one as a kid growing up.
They
But-
fly away. Huh?
Yeah, we were never lucky enough to catch one to barbecue it because, you know, kids growing up, you're always curious.
Yeah. Talking about GMO, you know, broccoli was invented, right? Yeah.
Broccoli was invented?
Yeah, broccoli wasn't like it's
Like,
genetically.
I like it though.
Yeah.
I like my broccoli, bro.
Yeah. Broccoli wasn't natural at all. But it's just,
But it hasn't been natural, and over all these years, I never really knew that.
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been eating it thinking it was just like
Something natural.
something natural.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the food we eat consumed today, somebody in the lab just
You wonder
meticulously
why
work.
people
Yeah.
are living shorter days now.
Yeah. You
People
get to
are
70, you
dying
have to start
faster.
thinking your car that you got to 70.
People are dying faster and younger and more diseases than we can explain, but we have the best medicine
In the
in
world.
the world. You know, it's like back in the time, people didn't have all these kind of medication.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah. Anyway, man.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Put your comments in the comment section. Peace and love. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button because we really need it. And you know how it is. See you guys in the next one.